So we have Smart Range. Today what you see here is called Smart Range. It's a new range that we believe can solve 90% of the sealing and bonding works on site. Today I will explain to you what is silicone, what is acrylic, what is PU, and what is hybrid. All these are referred to sealants. It's like when you say Pampers, it's actually a brand, right? But what you refer is diapers. So people when say silicone is actually referred to sealant. So in fact, behind sealants, there is 4 main technologies. So all I need you to know today is what is the characteristic of each of them. Only then you will know where to use and how to use. And when you see the problem, then you quickly identify what are the product. Hybrid, very easy. Hybrid is latest technologies that we're having in the last 20 years. In the market, there is different hybrid. Mainly in Malaysia, I see 3 lah. One is, in fact 2 lah, for construction. One is SPUR. One is MS. One is STPE. Okay, I say MS first lah, because MS in quite common in Malaysia. So actually MS is using silicone as a base. Then they polymer it, and during the process they make out the new product called MS, modified silane. So what is so good about hybrid when we say it's either MS, SPUR or even STPE? Because they want to make a product which can enjoy beauty of the both worlds. So for example, they want to have better UV resistance comparing with PU. So hybrid is actually better than PU. Or they want to, because silicone cannot do on a wet substrate, correct? But hybrid can do on a wet substrate. So they say silicone cannot be painted, hybrid can be painted. So you see, they actually combine good benefits from different perspectives. Okay, but one thing I want to let you know is that for most of the MS in the market, even like us, we have this H360, we also have this one. They required primer on the concrete surface. No matter how. MS, they will have high chances to require primer. So if that is a case, would contractor use? No. Because in Malaysia, people like to be simplified on all the process, right? So when they do this, they will say, I don't want to use primers, I want just direct use. So they use PU construction from Bostik. So when we introduce this, we find out these issues, and we also try others product that also have same issues. So we don't recommend that, because in the Bostik, we as a world-class leaders, we want our adhesions is the best adhesions on most of the time without primers. Okay, so where you can use this is ideally used on the aluminium cladding panels for small jobs. You know, when you have factories or all these facade, they have an aluminium joint, right? Concrete. This is the best product I can do. But this is one limitations. If they get very big, 35 mm above, don't recommend. So that's why it's an entry level product. So let's say Mr. Ang, I talked to a main con, got a big project, good project, or a bungalow project. You want to do a nice, very expensive kind of aluminium cladding panels for their house facade design. You can recommend this. This is not MS. This is called SPUR, PU base. Then they polymerize, become SPUR. And this technologies is pride of Bostik. We have the raw material ourselves. Okay. So why is so different about this product is that when you have a lot of diluted silicone or excessive oil kind of product or plasticizer, you will see this happen in the joint. How does this staining and striking occurs? It's a process when you put your sealants there already, the oil migration come out. Oil migration. Then if it is silicone tends to have a higher electrostatic charge, right? So we pull all this dust come. When the dust come, jump over with your oil, rain come down, striking. Can you wash or not? Can you wash or not? Cannot wash. Is it stay there or not? Stay there. You dia tak keluar punya. So you have a very nice buildings. Architect design talk so many already. Wah, enak like this. You sedih tak? Sedih kan? So that's why you have to choose the product at the right beginnings, and you have to let your customer knows. And this is actually, we can provide 10 years warranty on the non-staining, because our products is actually called H725 facade. Because we have lower electrostatic charge, we have no mineral oil, so we don't have any risk of staining. So this is what we do in Bangkok. 52 centers, and one, I would like to say this, is cultural centers. It's the image of a Bangkok cultural center. Very important to Bangkok. Yes, if the cultural centers got a lot of staining, malu kan? Oh, you got very nice cultural center, but got staining. Cannot be. So they must ensure they choose the right product. That's why they choose us, and we are there more than 5 years now. This is back to 2-3 years ago. Now more than 5 years already. So I love to share this as an example, because Bangkok conditions is their car a lot, no? Very crowded, traffic very low, so it's very dusty. There rain a lot, no? Also very rainy. They're hotter than us, right? 34 Celsius, 33 Celsius very easily. So all these conditions actually are 1 times or even 2 times worsen than Malaysia's. So if they can, we also can. And we also test that, because when we say we want to use hybrid, people say, "Oh, you are not silicone. You are not silicone, then how about the UV resistant?" So they will start worrying, because they're worried if you use not silicone, other than silicone, they will have these kind of issues. That's why we need to prove ourselves. How do we prove ourselves? We do the test. We against a third-party test called Brand's Appraisers, that natural wearing test for 11 years and accelerated weather meditate up to 7,000 hours. So this proves that we actually can last very long in a good performance. So when they do all these tests, they don't just put there. They will keep moving one. No. They will make sure the things are at here and can move on, because they don't want that the things the performance got low. So this is how they do the test. Okay, we have also seal and bond crystals, like you do on that kind of a Lucina kind of thing. You can see through one. Then can you use that at here? Legat, you can do a bonding. 2 things you can do. So the same product you have is H550, but it's not Lucina one. It's like you can use as a bonding, so you can sealing. Okay, so hybrid. Just now I'm talking about, in a nutshell, hybrid. I would say most of the time, if you think about aluminium cladding panels, you think about Bostik hybrid. Okay, and hybrid, like our hybrid, is also very good performance. C50 can get on aluminium glass and mortar, no problem. Very versatile. But I would say in my standing positioning, I will positioning this product as a aluminium cladding product.